Hi everybody, I'm Ace. Welcome to the Things I Hate, where I talk about certain things from video games that I just don't like. And today we're going to start this series off with Persona 3. How they deal with social links with the female characters. See, when you get into a relationship with a female character, if you don't hang out with them for a certain amount of time or so, just because you're hanging out with the other female characters, let's just say if you're just leveling their social links up, problem is they could get jealous of that and you could end up breaking up. Your social link regresses because of this, which is annoying. The game is getting angry at you for trying to spend more time leveling up anyone else, which doesn't make sense because you have to. You have to level up the other characters just so you can get their bonuses that could be useful outside the dungeon or inside the dungeon. So not doing this kind of seems detrimental to the whole experience. Another thing I'd like to talk about is saving your game. Persona games can be long, so saving your progress is very important. When you think about it, the only time you can save your game is if you go to the dorms, which sounds simple enough. However, there's a catch to that. When you go to your dorms, you have to remember that in order to save, it also changes your day to night because you're going to the dorm, because it's like, oh, it's, end of the day type scenario. With that happening, it means you lose out on time doing daily activities or night activities, hang out with characters, stuff like that, leveling up social links. You want to be able to spend your time doing these activities. Forcing us to have to go back to the dorm just to save the game hurts, because then you're left with the decision of, do I want to go back to the dorm to save this important decision I made with the social link, or do I want to wait to go back to the dorm just to get more activities done? It's these tough decisions you have to make at crucial points, which hurts because if you mess up and you're like, well, I haven't saved in like 20 minutes or so, you're going to be going back through a whole lot just because of this one mechanic, and it hurts. It really hurts. See, after you beat the main game, there's extra content that takes place after the main game. That is called The Answer. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a simple journey because there's only one difficulty to play this on, and it's hard difficulty, which means you're going to be getting curb stomped across your entire journey, which is only about 30 hours or so. Now sure, if you're a veteran to this, or at least the Shin Megami games, this may not seem like a detriment to you because you're like, I needed a challenge, but for the more casual player, you're not gonna have a great time getting thrown across the battles like a rag doll. I could expect not easy mode, but normal mode, come on. That at least makes sense, right? Come on. When you fuse personas together, some of them can inherit abilities from their two counterparts. Unfortunately, in this game, you can't decide what abilities they get. It's random. If you were hoping to fuse a Horus with Margadine or Megiddo, for example, from your other two personas, newsflash for you, you're not going to be able to do it. The game will choose randomly what of the abilities available it's going to get. So you're going to have to roll the dice and hope it gets it, or you're going to have to make a duplicate skill card and probably see if you can give it to them that way. You can't control your teammates in this game. Your teammates are basically the AI, which means they move and act of their own accord. Sure, you could set a idea for them to do, just like, oh, this one basically is just going to focus on healing the entire battle, defense, buffs, attack, that kind of thing. But again, you still don't have full control. And I hate that in the game. I like being able to control my other party members in these type of games, so not having that control over them hurts because there could be a time where you're about to win or you're about to die, and you just need your last teammate whose turn it is to change the tides of battle. You could change the tide of battle and your teammate goes, you know what, I'm not going to do what you asked. I'm going to do this instead. And then you just get a game over. You've wasted all your time for nothing. It just makes me upset just thinking about it. I hate all of these things I've talked about today. The only plus side I can give is that a lot of these gripes were fixed in the portable version. But even with that in mind, I shouldn't have to play the portable version just to not have to deal with most of these issues. We needed a console version to fix this. But hey, that's just my feelings. So, What'd you think? Tell me some things you enjoyed about Persona 3, or are there any things that I talked about today that made you just as angry as it did me? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed our lovely intro to the series of things I hate. So, until then, I have been Acescorcher, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, and take care.